G'day mates, Home Slice here, and welcome back to Vampyr. We're up to part 20 now. Just before I started recording, I went around and gave these two guys some medicine, and I bought a upgrade part for the weapon from this guy, but I'm still a fair way from upgrading it. And we have new dialogue options for Lady Ashbury, so I thought before we go over here, we'll have a chat with her. We'll probably get a loading screen here, but yeah, okay. Okay, we're in Lady Ashbury's mansion, and it appears we can actually walk around and loot some stuff, so before I talk to her, I guess I'll just take a bunch of her shit, because we're allowed to do that. You know, no one seems to care when you just walk into their house and take their shit, so... Ooh, got a note. Personal diary. Ah, what? Shit, where's it gone? This one? Okay. 9th of May 1913. Tonight I went with Mother visiting the sick of the East End. It had been a long time since I went in this sad part of town. To see her talking and listening to those poor people moved me beyond words. She really tries to make a difference and really tries to help these men and women. She also killed one of them tonight. It happened so quickly I did not even notice she had vanished. But when she reappeared, she looked so much more alive, more vivid. I immediately knew what had just happened. She took a life and I saw nothing. We returned home without a word. If I ever become like her, I won't feed on the dying. I will kill the guilty and the brutes wherever they hide. Oh, so she mustn't, assuming this is her diary, she mustn't be very old because it's 1918, late 1918, and this is in 1930. So, assuming it's hers, she can't be old at all. And I've thought this whole time that she's been like a very old vampire or something that's went way back. But anyway, 13th of September 1914. This afternoon, two men tried to corner me in a back alley while I was campaigning for the women's right to vote. I called for help as loud as I could, like Mother told me. I don't know what would have happened if a soldier had not ordered them to leave me alone. He then walked me back home and tried to kiss me. I refused. He did not say a word and left. The whole story made me so sad I was still crying when Mother woke up after the night had come. I told her the whole truth and she held me against her chest. Then we went to the theatre to see Doris Fletcher in her new play. I think I'm a little bit frustrated that Mother did not rush out to make them all pay. If I were a vampire, I would not be that merciful. Yeah, I thought when she told her mother here that it would lead on to say that she'd went out and killed them or something, but maybe when she got turned into one, she did go out and kill them. I guess we'll see. And now she's like remorseful or something. But 15th of September 1914, so 2 days later, we had a terrible argument with Mother last night as she refused once again to turn me into an immortal. When I reminded her of what had happened to me in that street with those two men and how things would have been different if I had been like her, or if they had carried weapons, she simply smiled and told me that to be part of this world meant to be ready to face it. I'm not sure I understand what she means, but it drives me crazy. I left home in the middle of the night to see Emily at her house, and I spent the whole day there. Maybe it's time for me to leave Mother's house and live my life, just like Emily. I love Mother so much, but it frustrates me so when she refuses to talk about my conversion. Okay. 17th of February 1915. Tonight, I'm as sad as I am excited, for I'm about to leave this house for good. Mother has agreed to let me have my own flat in the West End as long as it is not too far from her house. I had to promise her I would be very careful. I told her how much I love her, and she told me she was proud of me. I understand now that she only wants me to be as strong and independent as she is. I must admit I am very thankful for all she taught me through these years. She made the woman I am today. Now it's time for me to choose where to go from here. Whatever I'm going to do with my life, it's up to me. All I know is this. If I ever chose to become an immortal, I'll not involve my mother in my choice. For this is my life, and I'm responsible for my actions. Oh, shit. Charlotte Ashbury. Oh, shit. This is a Lady Ashbury's daughter? I didn't know she had a daughter. Has she ever said that she's got a daughter before? I don't think so. Well, I guess she must be in this house somewhere, right? There's Lady. Maybe, so yeah, maybe she is, still a very old vampire and I just don't know. Oh, excuse me. That's locked. Nothing over here. I want to search everything. This is a rich house after all. Alright. Oh, well, anything else in here? Nothing back there. Got another note. Hey, I want to loot this, but she's standing in front of it. Can read this. The Blood Night Tragedy. Only a few of us remain after the shock of the Great Hunt. I was one of them. I remember how the sudden attack of the enemy caught us all by surprise. Blood was shed during those few nights. Some of us who survived chose to exile. I don't blame them, but I regret their lack of fortitude. For it is courage we need to protect the interests of the Empire. Courage we need to defend the values we stand for. May we all remember that William Marshall himself never lowered his head. My beloved maker may be long gone now, but his presence is still among us. We keep a few drops of his sacred blood to remind us what we are and what we seek. Honor, purity, and excellence. I had the privilege of speaking with the knight many times as his progeny and as his friend. He spoke to me of the tear of angels, the holy beverage supposed to appease the inextinguishable hunger we all feel, that we have never ceased to search, even without knowing if such artifact exists. I admired his tenacity, and it is this tenacity, this indefectible belief in something bigger than us that will make us survive any future great hunt launched by our enemies. Ascalon will be rebuilt always, for it is an ideal. So Lord Redgrave wrote that, apparently. Anything else in... Oh, this is... Oh, she's painting us. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. Oh, yes, I can get this now. Nice. Alright, let's have a chat.
Hello again, Jonathan. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Sorry to disturb you again, but could you spare me a few minutes?
Of course, my dear. Always a pleasure to speak with you.
What happened? I swear she's got a different voice actor. It's like the old one became unavailable or something and they just switched her out or something. Is that just me? Like, I swear she sounds different, but anyway.
Do you think we shall ever see better days? Or at least better nights?
I know not, Jonathan. I have seen some horrid days in my long lifetime. Experience has taught me that one cannot outrun the fates.
What fates?
When all of this is over, the war and the epidemic, we could leave the city for a while. Travel around Europe, you and I.
Traveling is always so complicated for us poor creatures of the night. But yes, I would be glad to travel the world with you, my dear.
Yeah, traveling would be difficult because the sun is not very nice, but I still don't know, like, where this whole romance thing has come from. I haven't selected, like, any sort of dialogue.
Will you tell me your story one day, Lady Ashbury?
One of them, perhaps. I have had so many lives, Jonathan. Eternity may not be enough to relate them all.
Wonder how far back it goes.
Concerning your investigation,
Yes?
are you truly seeking to identify my maker?
I cannot promise you anything, but yes. I am conducting some research of my own.
Nice.
Do you know if the epidemic has affected many people in the West End?
I confess I've been more concerned by events in the East End. The wealthy have more efficient ways of dealing with infection.
But this is no common epidemic.
That is true. I must tell my daughter to stay at home for a few days. But the girl is stubborn and fiercely independent. Much like her mother.
True.
Goodbye.
I wonder if we'll get to talk to her. I don't, like, see her anywhere on the map. Or, like, with my vision, and she said she's here, but I guess we'll talk to her later. But yeah, we're gonna have another loading screen here. Alright, we are back out into the world. Let's, grit our teeth and finally go and talk to Lord Redgrave over here. Oh, that's a cool looking car. Oh, is this blocked off? Or can I teleport? Please tell me I can get past this. Oh, of course the fucking door is red. Ugh. Wait, a new hideout is available. Check your map. Yeah, can't break that. Quarantine. Well, I guess, let's have a look. Oh, I guess this is, like, all blocked off. Now, I've already been to this part here and tried to, like, sort of sneak through here, and there's, like, no way to get past here, and there's no, like, teleport options. So, we must need to run up here and just, like, sort of find our own path. Oh, we gotta... I'll let them fight. Oh, shit. I'm running. Alright, they're just, you know, doing their own thing. I'll let them kill each other. Yeah, so it seems this is... Ooh, lots of blood. Wonder what that's all about. Oh, of course, more skulls. Ill-formed, dazzled skull. Oh, shit. Where's this happening? Oh, down there. Oh, shit. Oh. Shit. Shut the fuck up, please. I can't hear them.
That was the vampire I saw earlier.
Yeah.
This war takes no prisoners.
Brutal. Oh, of course that's locked as well, so we can't go down there either. No loot on that guy. God, I wish that fucking skull would shut up. Jesus. Oh, we got a bin over here. Okay, God, this is the last place over here. This is the last way to get in. Oh, good thing that there's an open doorway.
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Yeah, our mansion is... Yeah, that's our mansion right there. Let's go and check out the mansion before we talk to him. I just said we were going to go talk to him, but I sort of want to have a bit of a look around first. At least there's, like, no one here. Don't have to kill anyone. Oh, spoke too soon. Oh, shit, these guys. High level. Oh, really? Oh. Let me dodge. One more. Oh. Okay. Oh, shit. She explodes. Oh, this one did too. Fucking hell. Oh, we got some nice loot from those two, though. Nice. Oh, wait. What if the recipe for those headache things are in our match? Is this the door? The front door? No? Okay. I guess we can jump up? Yes. Okay, good. Please tell me there's something in here that we can use. Yeah, refill. Alright, that's our bed. What's this? Small key. I guess this opens this door. Oh no. Oh, this is... Wait. His mother lives with him? Oh. I wouldn't have guessed. Well, it says Reid's mansion, so that doesn't necessarily mean me. I just think it was a fair assumption to make, but...
Sure visiting Italy.
I'm not Aubrey. What's in here? Oh, is this our room? Like our study? This has got to be our room with this sort of sciencey looking stuff in here. I wonder if that's, Jonathan's father. What do we got in here? More stuff? Please, I want this. Aubrey Reid's first letter. Reid Mansion, 4th of April, 1908. My dear and beloved John, when you receive this letter, you'll be 35 and I'll be long gone. I feel a little silly writing you this first letter that you won't read for a few years. I struggled for a long time about how best to write you this, until I remembered the puzzle and riddles I invented for you when you were a boy. Oh, how you love to solve those enigmas. Well, I found it would be a good idea to propose to you one final game. It'll probably be less rewarding, no candies or exotic treasures for you if you decipher the game. This time, but a greater treasure perhaps. The truth. This is my only attempt for you to explain why I chose to leave my family without an explanation. If you want to know why, simply play my little game. It's really up to you, my son. Rest assured that I love you. I promise my family was and still is everything to me. I remember the first time I held you and your sister in my arms, my treasures, my jewels. To see you grow up, play and laugh filled my heart with joy every time I went back to our home. I could have killed to protect you, my son, my daughter, my wife. But fate found me in the end, and I had to make a tough decision. The worst was to disappear without a word. I decided to do it anyway, and soon I'll be gone for good. I don't ask for forgiveness, but for understanding. If you want to know more, all you have to do is remember how happy we were back in those days. If you want to find the next message, think green grass and tall trees on sunny Sundays. From your affectionate father, Aubrey
I
Reid.
remember Sunday walks in the park.
I remember Sunday walks in the park. That's all he said. Okay, well I guess we've got a little dialogue, no investigation to do. Oh, what's in here? Oh, we can't go in. Okay. Well, what's downstairs? Let's have a look. I wonder why the front door's locked. Maybe we'll be able to open it. Fuck, this mansion is bigger than Lady Ashbury's, and she's supposed to be, like, uber rich, even compared to Jonathan. Oh, who's this? Maybe the butler? Oh, yeah, at the funeral. I remember now. The butler. Probably. The butler, anyway. But before I talk to him, let's have a look in these other doors. Okay, there was nothing there. Oh, okay, that leads back out into the world, and we can't go through that door. So, wait. We can loot that. Old letter. Oh, far out. Why does it do that sometimes? Reid Mansion, 8th of March, 1908. My dear Avery, as I already told you several days ago, I may be forced to leave England, if only for a few months. While I'm away and until my son comes back to London, I want you to take the best care of our house. I already made the entire necessary arrangements to have your wages increased and paid as long as you'll work. You promised me you'd protect my dear wife and serve her to the best of your ability. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If I am never to return, you are the only man I fully trust. Believe me, your affectionate friend, Aubrey Reid. Okay. Yeah, I guess we've got a hint for him now. I wonder if he knows why Jonathan's father left. Let's have a chat.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh. sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reid expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
Oh, okay, we don't even have a choice for that.
Do you need medical attention, Avery?
Thank you, but I'm all right, sir.
Oh, good. Alright, well, let's have a chat, yeah, about Mary's funeral.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I'm sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
Alright then.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reid is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reid was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, she got mesmerized, so they wouldn't really know what's going on with her. They'd just be like, oh, she's crazy, she's seeing things or hearing things.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reid myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Okay.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reid is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
I wonder if that will end because Mary is dead now. Maybe she was the one doing it the whole time, but didn't kill her, and then she just, like, wiped her memory at the end of each night, maybe? I don't know, but... yeah, let's go for these hints now.
I found an old letter written by my father and addressed to me. Do you know anything about it, Avery?
Your father wanted me to give you this letter for your 35th birthday, but you left for the war, and the letter remained in his office until tonight.
I realize now you knew my father better than I did. Do you know why he left, Avery? Did he ever speak to you about his departure?
No, sir. Mr. Reid was not exactly forthcoming. Perhaps this letter will give you the information you require.
Well, he said in the letter to Avery that he may be forced to leave London, so there would have to be a good reason for it. A good enough reason, anyway.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
You serve this family excellently. I'll understand if you leave. Well, he truly seems like he wants to stay here. So I'll go for this one.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Yeah, okay. Wow, I guess if we went the other choice, he may have actually left. That's just another instance of the dialogue options not really being that clear. You know, he's at the end there is like, okay, then I'll stay. So before that, he was like, I'm definitely 100% staying. My sisters are dead, and I never met my nephews. And I promised your father that I would, look over the house and your mother. And then he was like, all right, then I'll stay if you want me to. So I really don't understand how the dialogue is sometimes, but yeah, let's keep going.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
My home is here. This is not my home anymore. I really don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. I would assume he would just stay in London and continue being a doctor, but I guess we'll see.
I really don't know. I have always enjoyed seeing new horizons. Once the epidemic is over, it would be nice to leave London for a while.
I understand, Mr. Jonathan. But you have to realize that your mother needs you. Your next departure could break her heart.
Yeah, of course we'll help her out if we need to, but
Goodbye.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan.
yeah, I didn't know he was going to say I might travel. But let's go talk to Jonathan's mother now. Where's she at? Up here somewhere. Right here. Okay. What's up?
Mother. Good evening.
Jonathan, is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
She won't be coming back. Wow, we can mesmerize her? Kill his own mother? What the hell?
Do you need my medical attention, Mother?
I'm all right, son.
Okay. Why do we have the option to ask about family? Like, surely he'd have to know the history. About father.
Father seems to have left me some documents. Some sort of treasure hunt game. Do you know anything about them?
No, Johnny. But your father always loved to write these little games for you when you were a boy. Don't you remember?
Yes, he mentioned that in the letters.
I remember now. He used to post me these riddles, as though they were sent by a mysterious games master. I'd spend weeks trying to decipher them.
Your father was always so proud each time you found the answer. He was not just the serious doer banker everybody thought he was.
I was proud too. How could I forget that?
The important thing is that you remember it now. I'll tell your father the next time I see him. He'll be so happy.
Yeah, I wonder, like, what... God... already have so many storylines going on, and now I've just found out that his father has been forced to leave England for some mysterious reason, and I want to know the answer for this now as well. Anyway.
Could Father have conceived some sort of final game for me before he left?
I really can't say, Johnny. Perhaps you should talk with Avery about that.
I did.
He was your father's confidant, more than I.
You say Mary visits you, not anymore.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
Mary's dead. I'm not dead. Well, I think it's just because she was clearly mourning at the funeral, but this mesmerized thing has like clearly fucked up her mind.
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson? And my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
Yeah, I think she's pretty far gone.
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
What? Okay. About Mary's funeral. Yeah, she remembers that, right?
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too.
Yes.
And Mary?
Yes.
No, that can't be true.
It
was
is.
just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry.
Yep.
I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Yeah, that actually did happen.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Alright. This is all because of the vampire mesmerism, right? Or does she actually have, like, dementia?
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone. Sad that you don't tell me when you come or go.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home. I was home. London, the Thames, and then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
I lost my way. I chose to stay away. I was attacked. Go for... No, we'll tell the truth. I mean, this could lead to a truthful answer because he sort of did lose his way. But this is like an absolute truth, I guess.
I was attacked, Mother. And I've not been the same since.
The important thing is that you finally returned home. I was worried, you know. You were the last member of the family of whom I had no news. Even Mary comes more often than you.
Not anymore, though. Do you need anything? Are you working on a new painting?
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along.
What?
If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
Why did he say that she was dead? Like, yes, she's like a vampire, but we're trying to get her to snap out of this craziness of, like, saying everyone's dead and all that stuff.
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
That's because we're a vampire.
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
I'll protect you. I am a threat to you. I don't belong here anymore. Well, we're definitely not a threat to her. I don't belong here anymore. I'll protect you. I guess we'll go for this.
I wish I could stay here and take care of you, but I don't belong here anymore. My new home is an empty room, as cold as night and as red as blood.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, son.
That was sort of weird, really.
Yes, Jonathan. Spending next summer in France.
Nope. Not spending it anywhere other than here. But anyway, let's go talk to Lord Redgrave finally. Don't have much XP, so I won't. Oh, see, why is this door locked? Oh, that's his mother's room. Oh, nasty ass frame drop there. But yes, okay. Alright, so we gotta walk back out this way. Alright. Supposed to go and talk to bloody Lord Redgrave half an hour ago, but I always find something else to do. Let's... Damn it. Ooh. Ooh. I'm out of stamina. I'm just gonna use this attack. Alright, nice and easy. Full blood and full health. That doesn't happen very often. I always seem to... Oh, another good handle part. Yes. I'm getting fairly close to having this max level weapon. Can I open this? Fuck, why are so many of these doors shut? Why can't they just be open so I can easily navigate my... Oh, what's happened here?
The Ascalon Club.
Oh.
The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
So this is like one of the even richer areas in this part, and I guess this is probably the park that was mentioned in the letter by was it this? No, the one that, yeah, this green grass, tall trees on sunny Sundays. But yeah, let's talk to this. This is Lady Ashbury's daughter.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reid. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
That was actually a nice little piece of humor there. Different than the usual bleakness. But damn, we got even more dialogue to get through now.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously, and the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reid? Or you?
No, maybe. Nah, definitely not.
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reid.
That might be well and good, but that wouldn't actually do much. Like, if I had Mesmerize 5, I could easily just take her off somewhere and kill her. And this little knowledge that her mother's passed on to her, it wouldn't really do much, would it?
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Who are your real parents? How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see. And one day, I'll have my death to face.
Yeah, she really wants to become a vampire, doesn't she?
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
Smart. Why do you care if I say vampire or Ekon? Like, what difference does it make?
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
I did.
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reid?
No.
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
Yeah, well, those uber rich just write it off in their tax and get it all back from the government.
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night, since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question,
What?
sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Yes!
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside.
Exactly!
Considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Are you a suffragette? How are the locals reacting?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals reacting?
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have
She's-
you any reason
she's dead.
to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning.
Hmm.
I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reid. And please, don't tell my mother.
Typical teenagers. Personal questions.
Your mother has refused to turn you into a vampire. Tell me more about it.
Each time we argue, Mother expresses the same fear. She wants me to remain alive and full of joy, rather than become melancholy and immortal. She claims you can't have one without the other. It's pure selfishness.
Well, you would never be able to see the sun again if you got turned into a vampire. Like, far out.
It's your mother's choice. As daughters and sons, we have to accept the decisions our parents make for us despite our own wishes.
I love my mother, and have accepted everything from her. Even that she named me Charlotte, when it was not my original name.
Does it bother you?
No. Whoever I was when I was born, I am now Charlotte Ashbury. It hurts as much as it makes me proud to know that's the name my mother will read on my tombstone.
Alright.
Your mother has walked this earth for much longer than you or I. She is wise, and we should not ignore her advice when we disagree with it.
But why shouldn't I be allowed to forge my own experience? There can't be only one righteous way to deal with eternity.
It's not that simple.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried?
God.
How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Yeah, that would be weird if they didn't know that Lady Ashbury's a vampire and, like, 50 years pass and she hasn't aged a day. Like, that'd be, like, pretty surreal to experience. Why do you wish to become a vampire?
Why do you still hope to become a vampire in spite of your mother's refusal?
It's the immortal aspect of vampires that interests me.
Of course.
The world won't improve unless women take charge. I'm convinced of that.
You're obviously a clever woman with a good education and a brilliant future. But have you thought about the price you'd have to pay? The loneliness, the necessary masquerade.
Is it not true of every high position? To change this world and make it a better place, one needs time on one's side.
True, but I've got just way too many thoughts going on in my head right now. I feel like if I say anything, I'm just going to muddle my words and sound like an idiot. So we'll just keep going with the dialogue.
Tell me, Charlotte, how do you plan to achieve eternal life, since you've obviously given it a lot of thought?
I won't give up. You have no idea how determined I am, sir. I may contract a deadly disease. I may throw myself under a carriage just to be saved by her
What?
sweet kiss.
That's a disturbing answer, young lady. And
Yes.
the worst part of it is, I know you speak the truth.
Yeah,
There are less dangerous ways, Doctor.
she would actually...
Instead of throwing myself under a horse like Emily Davison, I could just throw myself into your arms.
Never. Stop playing this game. Be very... Yeah, never.
Never. That would be betraying your mother's trust. She would never forgive us.
For sure. But look on the bright side. We would have eternity to reconcile.
Or an eternity to run away from your mother's mighty wrath. Quite a terrifying idea, don't you think?
Yes. I think it's wiser to let go of that part of the plan.
She would do that. She would absolutely
She's been...
do what she said. She sounds very determined. But that's pretty messed up. Oh, we got some... Fuck's sake, we've got so many more people to talk to. I was supposed to go and talk to Lord Redgrave in this episode, but it seems I've still got... this street seems pretty empty right now, but I've... oh, this is actually blocked up here, right? This is all blocked? Yeah, that's so... And we can't teleport up there. Wait, can I... Oh, I can open it from this side. Yes! Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Oh. I thought I saw a shiny from that direction. Oh, we got another one here. Damn, give me good handle parts, please. I really want that so I can level up my weapon. Got another one here. So... We've got that guy with a monocle all the way over there. And we can walk down here as well. So let's go check this corner out as well. I'm pretty sure this is blocked off too. But maybe, just like before, I can open it from this side. Yes. Thank goodness. All of these doors won't be blocked off anymore. It should just be like that in the first place. I guess it's just to stop you from getting here too early for story purposes or something, but I'm so glad that we will be able to roam freely through here now. That's gonna be bloody nice. Not blocked off at every corner. Where else do we have? We've got the... Ooh, that was something, right? Yep. How many more people do we have? So we got her as well. Are there any more gates down here? I don't think so. Ooh, what's down here actually? That's a loading screen down into the sewers. And that's blocked off. Where else? Oh, we got... Oh, I thought there was a person over there. No, it's nothing. And I can't get into any of these doors here. How about the map? And we've just got to go to the Ascalon Club here and this park over here. So let's run over to the entrance. But yeah, I was supposed to talk to Lord Redgrave, but I just went off and did my own thing, and you know, got another guy there, and we've still got Charlotte, but we've already spoken to her. Wait, what about in here? Oh, it's this guy. Alright, well, I assume Calhoun's shop. Yeah, I assume he'll just sell stuff. But yeah, I sort of just went off and did my own thing, and this went on for long enough. So I'll before I end this, I'll just say we'll go around and talk to everyone in the vicinity, and then we'll talk to Lord Redgrave, just in case we can get some more information on him and whatnot. But anyway, I'll end this one here, and we'll talk to Lord Redgrave in the next episode. Peace in the Middle East, and may all your games be good ones.